So similarly, you use this intellect to understand it. But intellect cannot take us to the ultimate, because intellect is also matter. Whatever we do in our matter, it can only help us to understand, but it will not be able to take us to the other side. So you remember that time we had discussed about vritti vyapti and phala vyapti. So vritti vyapti means I have to, now I am looking at the building outside my room. So now that is a vritti that I have to see this building. That is a vritti. That means that is the thought is going on in my mind. So it is called a vritti. Vritti vyapti means that thought has come that I have to look at that building in front of my room. So when that comes, that is called vritti vyapti. But when I'm looking at that now, I'm looking at that building and I'm seeing that here, that is called phala vyapti. That means the result is now I am, because it is focused. That vritti is now my mind, my intellect, everything is now focused there. My awareness is also focused on that building. Now I can see the building. That is called phala vyapti. So first is vritti vyapti, that is phala vyapti. So similarly, as far as tad buddhya is concerned, there is a vritti in the mind, that is vritti vyapti, that I want to achieve self-realization. You have to think about it. So that is there, but there is no phala vyapti, because what your real self is like the sun. Now that sun rays, now it is falling on the moon, you are seeing this world, whatever light you are seeing. But if you want to see anything, you are putting a light, you are seeing that thing. But when you want to see the sun, you don't put that light onto the sun to see it, because it is self-evident. So that's why when you look for self-realization, there is a vritti vyapti is there, but there is no phala vyapti is not there. That it reveals itself. So then, like when you want to make the tea sweet, you put sugar. You want to make the drink sweet, you put the sugar. But then are you going to add sugar to make it sweet? No, because it is sweet itself. Similarly, your higher self is awareness itself. It doesn't need another awareness to focus to understand this. It reveals itself. Like that example we are taking, that when we said, Deepak Baba, you go inside that dark room to see what is there. So he went inside, he switched on the light, he saw whatever is there. Then we said, now can you switch off the light and come out? When he switched off, then I asked Deepak Baba, are you there? He said, yes, I am there. So how you came to know about it? Because it self-reveals. You don't need any instrument, your five sense organs or motor organs, to know that you exist. You are there. You are. That is self-reveals. So that's why this tad buddhya, that means is the vritti, is a means to take us to the soul. But ultimate jump, that's why sometimes they all say that ultimately also there, that jump happens by the grace of the God or the grace of your master. Then tadatmana, tat atman. Then now next he understood what is atman. He understood what is Brahman. Now tat atman, the third stage, that means his own self. That is atman. That is me. So now previously I was thinking, I have a body, mind, intellect. When I heard about Atma, I thought, this is my body, mind, intellect, that is me, and I have an Atma. Now once I have understood this, Tad Buddhya, once I have understood this, now I am now saying, I am this Atman, and this physical body is an incidental instrument I am using to interact with the world. Now the perception has changed. It's not that my body, mind, intellect has an Atma. No, I am Atma. And this body, mind, intellect is an instrument. I'm using it to interact with the world. Tadatmana. He takes the own now. He's owning up to his higher self. Not only in understanding, when in the class he understood it, when in the satsang he understood it, with his guru in the ashram he understands it. No, not that. It has to be all the time. Tannishtha, tatnishtha, tannishtha. That means now he is ever established. Nishtha means all the time, centered on that knowledge that I am Atman is always there in the back of the mind. So when he looking at the world, he is interacting with this world. When he goes somewhere, he have to give his introduction. He will say whatever his name is, whatever his passport is there. But in and through that understanding, he knows that he is not this body, mind, intellect. He is his higher self, that Satchidananda Ananda, which is otherwise known as Brahman. So that is my higher self. So this is the all the stages a seeker gets that knowledge. So the first is Tat Parayana, the spiritual growth, self-realization become the goal in his life. Then Tat Buddhya, through his intellect, he understands this. What is the concept that Sravana, Mananam, he's done Tadatmana. And then he get into Nididhyasanam, he said, this is me. He's now owning up to his higher self. Then Tannishtha, and he's all the time now he's centered on it. Because even when he is acting in a movie, in and through all the roles he's playing, he knows that he is acting. He's John Smith or he's Shahrukh Khan, but all the roles he is playing. So that is what is necessary for us. In and through all the roles we are playing, whether I am playing as the role of a parent or a son or a spouse or a brother or a Kriya Yogi, whatever roles we are playing it, in and through all the roles, I understand that I am my higher self, that Satchidana Ananda Swarup. And then what will happen? Gachantya Punara Abhruti. That means it will go. What it will go? That he is not going to come back. Punarabhuti. That means he is again not going to fall back that I am this body, mind, intellect. So he is not going to happen. So there is no return there, because once you understood it, you have taken it, that means you remain there, because this is what you are. So once Gachantya Punarabhuti, Jnana Nirdhuta Kalmasa. So what will happen? This Jnana, this knowledge that you are your higher self, what will it will nirdhusa? That means it will clean up. What it will clean, or it will dispel kalmasha, all the sins. What is the sin? Of ignorance. Ignorance about what? Ignorance my true self. That kalmasha, all the time he now will be able to get rid of. Another is of kalmasha also seen, you can say, is prarabdha. Because once you are self-realized, there is no more birth for you. That means what was forcing me to take another birth? My prarabdha, my sanchita karma. So that is like the kalmasa, that is the dirt. Now you are getting rid of it. So all these kalmashas, all these sins, the word you have seen is, I don't think it's a correct word. That means all the dark things, whatever is holding us back, abetting our suffering in this world, now one is able to get rid of this. With what? With that jnanam, that I am my higher self, I am not this body, mind, intellect. So this is the 17th verse. So now in this verse is very important, because it shows that how a seeker gets self-realization and how he perceives this world. Because he now is saying, there is no punarvati, I am not going to go back again to identify myself with the body, mind, intellect. I know it's an instrument. This mistake, I am not going to ever make it, because what I have now claimed is nothing, something different. It's my own self. And that's what always we are seeking, because always we feel limited. I want to feel I am all pervading. I am to have all the knowledge, because complete awareness itself is me. So this is what one gets the benefit. Now let's go to the verse. Oh, okay. This is what the source got. Another beautiful thing I just came across in Brihadarika Upanishad. Yajnavalkya is a rishi, and when he is going to the forest, so he is telling his wife Maitreyi, who is also a very elevated soul, he's saying, Atma ba are drashtabhya srutabhya mantabhya nididhyasitabhya. So how you will know Atma ba or how this Atma, your higher self, you realize drashtabhya srutabhya. That means you first try to understand what it is through your strutabhya and also drashtabhya, that he has used it to all use all your sense organs to know who you are first. Know it. That is hearing. Then mantabhya. Mantabhya means this is the mananam stage where you have any doubt is there. You raise those doubts. You try to clean it. Then it becomes your own knowledge. Mantabhya. Then nididhyasitabhyam. Then you sit with this knowledge. Let it sink into each cell of your body. That you are not ever going, you are always centered. That's tannishtha. Once you have that, then what will happen? Maitreyi, he's saying, oh Maitreyi, Atmanam ba are darsanam sravanam matva vijnanam eda sarva viditam. So by realizing myself through this hearing and reflection and meditation, everything will be known. Vijnana evam sarva viditam. So you will know everything once you know your one true self. So this is the 17th verse. Let's go to the 18th verse. So what will happen if I am get a self-realized, a person is now self-realized, he attains his moksha, then what will happen? This is the benefit Lord is showing, one of the benefits in verse 18. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini suni chaiva swapakecha pandita samadarshinaha. He's saying here, samadarshana is the benefit which a self-realized person attains. So that is what is that samyak, samadarshana. That means he is seeing the sameness in everywhere. So when he is looking at, he's seeing, that means he's not saying, you are not talking about his physical eyes. Because if through your physical eye you see, you can see only the difference. You cannot see the sameness. But what he's talking about is with the third eye, to the eye of knowledge. Through that, when you are looking at it, then what will happen? He's saying, you will see the same thing. Same thing means what is the commonality in everything that is existing in this world. So we had seen that when you look at I am, whatever, anything which is, when somebody is saying I am so and so, we discussed last class that I stands for awareness, because somebody who can say I has to be aware. So I stands for awareness, am stands for existence, I am. Then what happened? That is what is, okay, let me just see if you, Samadarshana. What is that? Okay, now I am, let's finish this I am, then we'll come back to here, this one. It's a little more elaborate one. So I am is the common. That means somebody will say it is Ajay Naik, somebody says Deepak Baba, or, all the names you can name, and the roles we are playing. You can say father, son, or whatever it is, all the characteristic of our physical body or our subtle body. You can say, oh, I'm an angry person, I'm a loving person. That means that is your subtle self, the qualities of your subtle self. That's your mind, your intellect. So all these are varying, but I am is common. So that means when we had seen also. So if you are, just imagine, if you are focused, a person who is looking at, say, like a hairstyle, you are very conscious about your hairstyle. So what will happen when you go to this world? You will look at the hairstyles of the people who are there, or you are dress conscious. So when you go out to the world outside, what will you have? You look at the dresses of the people. So what you are, that you try to see in this world. That means world becomes a reflection of you. So, so what is happening here? If it is a reflection of myself, what I like in me, I want to see in the outside world. Then what happens? A self-realized person, when he is looking at the Atman, that I am part of it. So when he is also looking at this world, he is concentrating on that I am part. So the world is neutral, because in the same world, a seeker is living, a bhavaka, they call it, the person who is very uh, degraded person, or the person who has all the bad qualities, wild qualities, he is also there. Pavaka is there. A seeker is also there. And also a realized person also lives in the same world. That means the world has, it doesn't create problem for anybody. If it is creating problem, then a self-realized person, how can it be there? So that means the world is only a reflection of our own self. That is one. Second, this world is same for everybody. It's not different. Whatever the buildings you are taking, people who are saying, events you are saying, then now most of them are equal for everybody. So there is no way that you can change this, because we always think that, okay, this is what I don't like, I want to change this world. So it is a futile exercise, because how much you can change it. So what scripture is saying, instead of changing, trying to change this world, change yourself. Because if you change yourself, what you now give importance to, that's what you will see in this world. So what happens to a jnani? He's saying he becomes a samadarshina. He's seeing the sameness in everything. What is the sameness he's seeing? When every animate world, so he is saying awareness and existence. And when he is looking at all the inanimate things, he is saying the same existence. That means, what is the common? Common is existence and awareness. So he sees that. See, he becomes a samadarshina. So now, so what he's saying? So he is giving a spectrum of things in this world, how is self-realized person sees the sameness in all of them. So different things. The first one is saying, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane. Brahmana. So that he is talking about here. Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Brahmana. Brahmana here is Suni Saiva. That Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana is called Pandita. So then that there he is saying, because now he knows it, he is term, the word used for him is Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana. So what is there? Brahmana here is not talking about the Jati Brahmana. He's talking about here, Lord is talking about Brahmana who has this Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. So he has attained that Brahma Jnanam. So now, so he is that Brahman. So how he has attained that? Through Vidya. So he has achieved through the Vidya. The Vidya about what? About, about the self. So because he has now attained his knowledge about Atma Jnanam through Vidya. And he is called, in the second line, he is saying he is the Pandita. So here, the Pandita word, the very word of Pandita in Bhagavad Gita, you will always find Pandita means he has some special qualities. He has this, he says he is a Sanskrit Pandit. He is a Sangit Pandit, means in song. He is a Pandit. That means he has the skill in that particular thing. But here, Pandita is about the person who has Panda. Panda means he has the Atma Jnana. He is a Atma Jnani. So, here, the same Pandita word, if you want to have a meaning of this word, we have to understand the Lord's first verse in his teaching. He has used this word Pandita. You remember which is the first verse of the Lord? Who knows? Tell me. Who wants to try? No? First verse is the 11th verse of chapter second chapter, 11th verse, from where the Lord has started his teachings. But prior to that, all the verses were all more Arjuna. So he starts, he's saying, Asocyan annaswastam pragya badascha bhasase gatasu agatarnascha nanu sochanti panditaha. The panditas, they don't think like this. Like you are talking like a pandita, but panditas don't think. Gatasu agatasuscha. Whatever is gone or whatever is going to existing or will come. So they taking the same. That sameness is come from where? Because of Atma Jnana. So the definition of Pandita, the Lord has already given indication of this in the 11th verse of second chapter. So here again he's saying Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana, who is a Pandita. Brahmana here is because Brahmins here traditionally Brahmins were the people who are more focused on the Jnanam part of it. So riches, they used to not go for it. Even if they are, they used to donate it because that's what, and they were adequately compensated by the Lord or the society or gods and goddesses with knowledge because that's what their domain knowledge. That is the domain knowledge over there, that Jnanam. So that they were getting through Vidya. And then Vinaya. So another is word is Lord has used here is called Vinaya. Vinaya means you have the humility. He is now the embodiment of humility. Without humility, the Jnanam doesn't come. Because if you do not bend before the Guru, before the Lord, before a knowledgeable person, the Pandita or the Brahmana, then if you do not bend, then knowledge will not come. It's like, only water will flow where there is to lower side. So when you bend, that means you accept that I am lower than the person from whom I am going to learn. So when you do that, then only knowledge will flow. So that's what he is saying, that when he is humble and then he has the Atma Jnana. And Sampanna means he is the embodiment of Vidya and Vinaya. So that Brahmana, which is otherwise called Pandita, that is one. Then he's saying Gavi. Gavi is, Gavi means guy, cow. So that means Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana. So he is one. Then second is Gavi. Because in all this, the Lord is going telling us that a self-realized person who has got this Atma Jnanam, who sees the sameness in all these things. Now, first thing he talked about Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana. Then he's saying Gavi. Gavi means cow. Because in cow is very sattvic animal. So even whose excreta and also urine also is done, puja is done. And it is also believed that a number of gods and goddesses are residing on every body part of a cow. That's why a lot of people, they do the puja to the cows and also do pradakshina also. That means you are doing pradakshina to those gods and goddesses who are in the body of the cow. And you are trying to propitiate them by doing puja to the cow. So, cow. Then he's saying Hastini. Hastini is elephant. Elephant is also auspicious in our religious activities most of the time. Mostly in the south, you will find always elephants are utilized. Elephant is also the symbol of Lord Ganesha. So Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Brahmana is one. Gavi in cow. Hasti means elephant. He's also auspicious. Then he's saying Suni. Suni is what? Anybody? Dog.
Dog. Dog.
Correct. Suni is a dog. So now also, now he talked about all the sattvic animals. First cow and elephant. Now he's talking about a dog. Dog is treated as a very dirty animal. Previously, dogs were not allowed in the houses and all, but nowadays, with the dog, there cannot be a house. So the dog has to have a room nowadays. So, okay, that is that apart. But dog also, here, dog was treated as a very low kind of animal. Suni chaiva swapakecha. Swapakecha means swapaka is swapaka. That means a dog meat eater. That means a person of very low order. So he, in all of this, in Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana, in cow, in Hostini, in elephant, in Swana, that means in the dog, and Swapaka, and in the dog dog meat eater, that Pandita. So that Pandita means that Atmagyani, he sees Samadarshina. He only sees the same thing. So what is the sameness? What is the common in all of them? So what is common in all of them? When you look at it, they are different. Because one side of the spectrum is a Vidya Bina Sampanna Brahmana, and other side is a Swapaka, is a dog meat eater. And he's saying that a Pandita, what will happen? He will have a Samadarshana. He will see the sameness in all of them. What is that sameness he will see? Yes?
Awareness,
Existence awareness.
existence.
Yes.
Existence awareness.
Existence and awareness. So that means it's not like, you know, when you give a 500 rupee note to a child, for him, it is a piece of paper, correct? But when we look at it, we see the worth it is, oh, it's 500 rupees note. So our perception changes. But what his Lord is saying, if he is a self-realized person, so he looks at the 500 rupees note. A child doesn't know the difference. Again, he doesn't know the difference. So it's a paper. Paper is a paper. A common man sees, oh, it's 500 rupees worth. Oh, he gets attached to it. Oh, it's good. But what a self-realized person, he sees the paper, he sees its worth, but it doesn't make any difference to him because he feels that it is part of this Prakriti, which is not exactly there. Because if you remember, everything other than the Brahman, the awareness existence, is matter. And matter also, because it's not also separate from the Brahman, from you. Because when we are saying, I am apart from my body, mind, intellect, it's not like body, mind is standing at one place and Atman is standing at different place. It is where you, the body, mind, intellect is there, Atman is there. Where the rope is there, the snake is there. The snake is there where the rope is there. That means where our body, mind, intellect is there, Atman is there. In my room, room is there, the space is there. They're intimately connected. Then why our scriptures took so much pain to make us understand that I am separate from this? Because they're intimately connected, we are making a mistake. Instead of our own true self, which is Brahman, we are saying, I am this body, mind, intellect. So the scriptures did all this labor so far to tell us that you are not this body, mind, intellect. Change your focus. You own up your true self, which is your higher self. Once you own up, then what will happen? You will see that this body, mind, intellect actually do not exist. It's an apparent existence. If you remember in the dream, when the dreamer is dreaming, in the dream world, now what happened? In the dream world, when you become a character in the dream world, say Deepak Baba become a character. He is dreaming. Now he becomes a character. Now he is walking on the streets of Jammu. Now let's not send him to Jammu now. Let him walk in Delhi. Now what has happened? Now he is seeing the traffic there. He sees the corner place, all these snacks there. So now the question is, if he has understood that he is the dreamer and the whole thing is his dream, in the dream world, what is made of? What is made of? The dream world is made of what? Only awareness, there's nothing else. Yes or no? There's only nothing else. But now, in that world which is only awareness, now Deepak Baba, he's seeing he has a body and mind and intellect, and there is a road he's walking, and he's seeing the ice cream. Mother Dairy's ice cream. Where from? So, is Deepak Baba's body there, the road there, and Mother Dairy's ice cream there? Are they really there? Where it came from? Because it was part of his dream. In the dream, it is not there because dream was only consisting with awareness. So where from it came? It's not there. That's why that's why the scripture is saying this is mithya. It appears so. So in the dream world, it appears so. But when you look from the perspective of the dreamer, you understand that this is not really there. So similarly, when we wake up, similarly, this waking world, the scripture is saying this waking world is also like the same dream world. It looks real. But when you wake up to your higher nature, you will understand also this whole thing is just appearance. And if you know it is an appearance, how can you give importance to it? It is there, enjoy it. It's like the movie screen. On the screen, a lot of sceneries are going, lot of fights are going in. There is a fire is there is water is there is a storm is there, tsunami is there. Everything is happening on the screen. But screen knows in and through that nothing touches it. It is not really there. If the fire would have been there, the screen would have been burnt. But the movie, it was towering inferno. It was burning. But screen doesn't get it, heat. That movie, that what is that boat which went down?
Titanic.
Titanic was playing, but they in the screen is not weight. So similarly, because it's really not there, it appears is there. So similarly, this world appears, and once you have understood this, is it now worth running to get, this money or that one, this one, that one? Yes, you need, because you have a dream body. For the sustaining of the dream body, whatever is necessary, do it. But don't get unnecessarily attached thing, because that is not there. So that's what he's saying. That Pandita, who was a Atma Jnani, for him, everything looks same. What is that sameness? It's the gold in ornaments. It's that water in waves. It is that awareness existence in whole creation. That is that sameness. Is it clear? What are the two? When somebody has made a question? No. Shivang. You could also okay. So, oh, you get a little bit? Okay. So this is the 18th verse. Any point I wanted to? So it is not through the physical eye he is seeing the sameness. If you through your physical eye you see the sameness, then what is the problem? In the physical eye, everything looks same. You have a cataract. You have go to the hospital to operate it. You are getting it. So if you see sameness, you are suffering from cataract in the physical eye. So he is seeing the sameness in not in physical eye. He is seeing in the third eye. His knowledge, intellect. Yes, please. Somebody was saying something.
We become colorblind. If we see same thing, then we
Yeah, colorblind or cataract. Yeah, whatever it is. Then what else I wanted to share with you? This one. Okay. Now, oh, it's already 9:30. Okay. So next verse we'll go do in the next class. These verses are really beautiful. Really beautiful. Try to think it over. Because when when you listen, go back, try to recollect what I said. Is it this is what he said? First thing that what he said. And second thing, try to find out, does it make sense in the sense, is it logical? Is it rational? Does it make sense? Or it's just something he's talking about, it doesn't make sense to me. So try to find a sense, whether there is a sense in it. The third, what is really real thing in my life? Is it looking that it is a thing which is real to me? So try to reflect on this, because these verses are very beautiful verses. The entire, Upanishadic knowledge is being disseminated in these verses. And we are really lucky that we are, sitting and together and listening to all this timeless knowledge of these scriptures. It's so beautiful. Anything you want to share, anybody? Anything? Because the other verses also is a very beautiful one. Take a lot of time, otherwise I could have rushed through it. But there is no point in rushing through it. Let's understand it. Let's better. Okay, otherwise let's close our eyes. Keep your spine straight. Conscious breathing. Let me understand it for all times that I am not this body, mind, and intellect. This is an instrument I use to live in this world.